David and Ryan back, and the Lakers finally got their center. DeAndre Ayton was introduced today. LA signed him to a 2-year deal for $16 million after the Trailblazers bought him out of his max deal just 2 years after the Phoenix Suns traded him to Portland. Ayton, the former top pick in the draft in 2018, had high praise for the man taking 2 spots after him, his new teammate Luka Doncic.
It feels like a video game. Like somebody set it up. Somebody set this up. But like honestly, this is an opportunity that I won't take for granted. You know, Luka's a once-in-a-generation player, and I'm happy to be his teammate. Hearing how much shape he's been in, he's super ripped, and I'm finally glad to be on his side. You know, while he's doing all of that, and I'm just truly excited. You know, we want to win the championship right now, and I want to win right now as well, and just be a part of a winning legacy and just be around winners. But the last 2 years was just a different route for me, and I just learned a lot that, you know, when you don't win in this league, you could be forgotten. And, you know, I'm just glad Laker Nation.
Last game of the night on Tuesday in Summer League was the Lakers and the Spurs, and we begin with Darius Baisley kicking it out to Dalton Connect. If he can take a step forward for the Lakers this season, man, would that ever help some of their shooting woes? A little later on, Jameer Nelson Jr., step back style, Amari Moore, driving, gets the reverse to go. You got to show me that again. Oh my goodness, Moore with the sweet finish there. San Antonio up by 1 early. Lakers with some great ball movement here, leading to the 3. Baisley then going to get the drive and finishes strong here through the contact and 1. And it's a tough finish, man. That goes high off the window and in. He will make the free throw. Let's check in with Bronny James. He gets an easy 2. San Antonio was up 47-42 at the break in the third. More Baisley. Spin move. Oh my goodness. Two-handed dunk right there. Spurs responding. Outlet pass up top with the finish. San Antonio of 58-49 after that beauty. So we go back to Dalton Connect. This time, underneath the glass, going to get the rebound and the lay-in. San Antonio at that point up by 10. David Jones-Garcia working the glass. Carter Bryant then knocking down the three-pointer from the corner. San Antonio up 83-69, but the Lakers do not go away. Connect with the miss. Baisley, 27 points, 13 rebounds. The Lakers up by 1. So Jones-Garcia with a chance to win the game and gets the shot, just goes wide, does not fall. A little scrum at the end, can't get a shot to go as the Lakers come back and win this one 89-88.
Take a look back at last season's loaded Western Conference and how it all shook out at the end of 82 games. Focusing in here for a moment on the Lakers, who finished 3rd, and the Spurs, who finished 13th. And what the Spurs are doing to make sure that they're not on the outside looking in this season. They've already added Kelly Olynyk to their front court. They added Luke Kornet to their front court, and now they add Kelly Olynyk to bolster what feels like adding a strength to a strength. They send out Branham and Wesley in a pick to Washington. They keep on loading up on young guys there after getting Cam Whitmore the other day. But how about this philosophy of San Antonio? You've got, obviously, Wembanyama, and now adding Kornet and adding Olynyk, guys that are not going to knock you over with star power, but really complimenting him in a way.
I think, Jerry, you said it best. It's a fit. And I think when you look at Kelly Olynyk, he understands how to play with the basketball. He can pick and pop. He's been around, and I think he'll be a great guy that can obviously help Wemby out when it gets a little physical. Luke Kornet, a guy who I love, he says he's wearing number 7 because he wants to be a third of Tim Duncan. But I like how he played last year. He's a rim runner. He rebounds the basketball. And you can play Wemby because of his skill set with either one of those bigs. Then they're huge in the backcourt with Fox and Harper, and then also Stephon Castle, Vassell. They still have a lot of guys. And Carter Bryant is a 3 and D guy, and the emphasis on D, he can really defend.
What's the decision?
In this fall, man, it's very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Miami Heat. That was the conclusion you woke up with this morning.
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Where were you that night?
In Orlando, in a hotel, doing summer league, and obviously got the call, and then I got a chance to talk to Mickey Harrison right after that decision was made.
Bet you he was happy, guy.
Yes, indeed. I mean, the Heatles.
Let's take a look at LeBron. July 8th, 2010 versus July 8th, 2025. Didn't have any rings at the time. Was a 2-time MVP. And take a look at the points. He had 15,000, which was pretty darn impressive for a guy who's 25. But now up to more than 42,000 and the all-time scoring leader. I don't know if you would have said on a program like this, if LeBron, you would have predicted at 25 would be the all-time scoring king. You'd believe it because that's just not the player he was focused on being.
You're right, Jared. I thought you could talk about a guy all time in different categories, but just as far as going out and scoring this many points, longevity, you could see that from him for sure, but not this long at this way he's playing. I mean, the numbers he put up last year, Jared, was just phenomenal. They didn't win, obviously lost in the first round, but I look at LeBron right now. How much more can he go? Can he get to 45,000 points, 46? It's unbelievable. And also, the level he's playing, I know he wants another championship, but he's already made history playing, gotten a chance to play with his son.
Well, people want to know, he's played with 3 different franchises. Will he end his career as a Laker, or will he put on a 4th different uniform?
You know, we shall see. I got a feeling he's playing for one more franchise.
Whoa! This year?
I got a feeling. No, I don't know when, but
the following year.
The following year. Poor man's Josh Giddey right now.
Wow. Quite the compliment.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So we'll get back to Summer League hoops in a moment, but some other news of the day. The Knicks have their 15th head coach, just of the 21st century. Mike Brown officially introduced to the New York media on Tuesday.
I'm honored and excited to be the new head coach of the New York Knicks. You talk about a historic franchise, Madison Square Garden. It's iconic. Our fans, they're the most knowledgeable and passionate, probably in all of sports. There's a lot of work to be done. We have an outstanding roster. What they did in the playoffs shows their potential.
He can certainly win a press conference, there's no question. He's won a bunch of games too. 2-time coach of the year, Mike Brown. The Knicks are the 5th different franchise he has coached. I just want to remind you how we got to this point. Tom Thibodeau leads the Knicks to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference.